Recording in progress.
Good evening, everybody. All right. I'd like to seek your permissions and your consent, all right, on this one, because I just prepared it yesterday, so I need your approval. Oh my goodness, where is it? Okay, here. Okay, guys, this is the 10th of December. We got exactly 9 days or 10 days to go. So please kindly, Ipa, are you coming? Are you coming?
I'm not sure.
Huh? Cannot confirm.
I haven't asked my parents.
Okay, how about Hao Xuan? Are you coming? Okay, wait, Jiarong, you coming, right?
I'm not sure.
Jiarong, where are you, Jiarong? Sorry, not sure, so I'm not sure. I need to order the food, and the gift for you also. Hazel, you coming? Coming, Thank you, Hazel. Xingyuan, you coming, right?
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm coming or not.
Oh yeah, why everyone like that one? So disappointing. Rolling, you coming, Ziting, you coming, right? Hey, where's Ziting,
I'm not sure.
Hey, Ziting, your name here. Yeah. Huh? Also not sure. Everyone, why not sure? Zhonghen also not sure. Zhonghen, you coming? Coming, Okay. Jiarong, you're coming also, right? Then, you also not sure? You got tuition, meh? Jiarong, you got tuition, meh? No, right?
I confirm before the day.
Confirm before the day?
Yeah.
No, I need to order food. Can you all please hopefully by next week lesson, can?
Okay.
Okay, next Wednesday, how much? Because I need to tell the Lao Ban Niang to prepare food and my present for all of you, okay? Right, so I hope, seriously, all the 8 of you, please come, okay? Put aside all your other appointments, unless it's family gathering or your relative coming or your 99 Yeye coming from overseas to Singapore, then I got nothing to say. But of course, if your 99 Yeye want to come to our party, most welcome, okay? No problem. Uncle will love to serve them, love to take care of them, and will play game with them. So I will confirm these 2 will be coming, and the rest, please, hopefully by next Wednesday lesson, you must give me an answer, okay? Anyway, I already told my classmate to inform your parents, and yeah, I think that the pictures has shown clearly where is the place, grassroots club, all these things. Okay, so I just save it, so I got 2 confirmed. Very well done. Okay, let me save this and then I'll close this file. Hey, why cannot close it? Okay, I'll stop sharing first. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the lesson today. Okay, today is the last lesson of the month. Okay, the last lesson for this topic is called Ideologies and Unemployment and Suburb Wellness. Later, we were going to break into 2 groups. I really start to warm up for lesson 2023. Okay, so Xingyuan and Jiarong, you'll be attending the boot camp for the past 3 days. You already kind of feel what you're going to have for next year from the next 9 to 10 months onwards, all the things that you're going to learn. Okay, so last week we did some this adjective, right? Rolling. Where are you, Rolling? I can't see your face. Wait, why suddenly become Rolling? Don't see your face now. Ziting, at least show me a full face. Aiyo. Okay. Right, so next we're going to talk about this one here. So we're going to break into groups like this, okay? So the guy will be versus the girl. All right, just nice, 4 girls, 4 guys. Okay, so let's talk about unemployment and the effect. So later on, I'm going to break you into groups. Your job is to tell me about what is unemployment. Just now was so hot, I turned off the fan. Now it's so... No, just now was so cold, sorry. Now it's so hot. Okay, now let's talk about consequences of unemployment. Now, we know that recently there's a lot of ups and downs in the whole entire world because of beside COVID and beside the pandemic and the war and other things, a lot of things happening. So why are we talking about unemployment as you are just only 13, 14 years old? Because it will definitely affect us. Of course, yes. All are welcome, Rolling. Yes, please. Okay, most welcome. All right, please. All right. I don't want your brother or sister being left out. If your brother and sister is coming along with you, just let me know how many people can, so that I can prepare my food, correct? Right. Okay, Jiarong will definitely come alone. Right, Jiarong? Unless your mommy is coming, example, okay? Right.
My brother coming like 16 December.
Oh, he's coming back to Singapore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good, good. Then we can have another meal with him, okay? Yeah, but your sister now is in China, right?
Yeah, lockdown.
Yeah, not only lockdown, right? You know what happened to China recently, right? I just WeChat her about half an hour ago, serious. Okay, she's doing good. Yeah, she's doing good. She's okay. So far, her city there is fine, good. We don't talk too much about that issue now, okay? So let's pray for everyone safe and sound, okay? So you see, whether you're locked down or not locked down or whatever it is, there is a lot of people now going to be jobless soon. So guys, you might be very happy. Thank God, I'm only 14 years old. It's none of my bloody business, right? Zhonghan, right? Don't forget, Yipao, after 15 years later, the cycle will come back again. You will never escape, Ziting. Hazel, seriously, you will not escape. When you are 15 years later, you are already 29 or 28 years old. This is the time when you just graduated from your university. You are halfway through, maybe you are getting married, getting to have your first child, or you and your husband or your wife is getting a first HDB flat or condominium or whatever it is. So I think Xinyan and Jiarong, you will know, right? Like the past few boot camps you attend, you need know your strength, your weakness, your opportunity. You know where you must be productive or not. So guys, my advice to all of you, seriously, okay, just suck it up, keep your mouth shut and do a good job and pass every single exam with flying color. That's all. Because in your generation, it's all about paper. If it's not paper, meaning certificate, it's all about skills. I think Xinyan and Jiarong, later can you send this check? Remember about the Henry Ford, the one who interviewed a dinner with 2 of the university students, right? So Jiarong asked me yesterday night a very good question. What is the difference between social study and history? I think Jiarong, you already have some answer by now that social study is very important by looking at the society that we have today. And you know about 377A? About those LGBT, right? You know, right? So some against, some for, some don't agree. To my personal opinions, okay, Uncle Raymond respect all human beings, whether you're LGBT or not LGBT, things like that. I tell you, Jiarong, if I were to say I support against the 377A takeaway and then support, I will get scolded by my church people, Jiarong. Confirm one. You say you are Christian, you're Catholic. Why you're for to it and not against gay marriage or lesbians or transvestite? Children, 每个人都是要为了3餐而生存，对吗？ Right, Hazel. 有些人喜欢吃肉，有些人喜欢吃斋，对吗？有些人喜欢抽烟，喜欢喝酒，有些人喜欢赌博，有些人喜欢玩足球 ，whatever。只要不是去杀人、害人、骗人、去偷、去抢 ，all these vice things not taken fine, right? Because even in my church as a Catholic, there are people who do the wrong things. In front of you, very, very nice. Behind, they are doing bad things. So it's very hypocrite of how she right true now. Right? People are very hypocrites. So in order to be genuine, what got to do with unemployment, Uncle Raven? There are people who can take a job and sacrifice people's life or sacrifice people's rights both. So I'm very sorry to say to all of you here, the 8 of you, you guys one day will get bullied in the real world. You know why not, Xinyan? You know why not, Hao Xian, Jiarong, Luoling, Ziting, Yibao, Hazel, and Zhonghen? You know why not? Because you guys are being well protected, well taken care of by your parents, your grandparents, your auntie, uncle, and maybe with Uncle Raymond's. But when you go out to the real world, they don't give a damn who is Hazel, who is Ziting, who is Jiarong, who is Luoling. Agree not? They don't give a damn. Who are you? Unless you are sorry to say, example, you are Lee Kuan Yew or Lee Hsien Loong's granddaughter or Xi Jinping or Donald Trump, then you got bodyguard to protect you whenever you go. True not, Hazel, right? So how are you going to survive in the real world? Is to be SLY. Write down. S stand for you must have the speed to learn things. The slow and steady is not your generation anymore. It's about speed. And L is always learn from the best. Okay? Hao Xuan, Xin Yuan, Zhonghen, Uncle Raymond is not considered one of the best teachers or one of the best tutors. I will never dare to claim I'm one of the best teachers. If I do that, you all can straight away next month don't need to come for my lesson. Right? Agree now, Zhonghen. Every day Uncle Raymond is learning. If someone tell you they are the best, it's just like the 成语啊。听过这个成语吗？互相矛盾。You heard of the story, right? 互相矛盾, right? The spear and the shield, right? 听过吗？子婷 Right? 互相矛盾。The guy who's selling the spear said the spear can pierce through all the shield. And then when he took out the shield, said all these shield can stop all the spears. It's like, so which one is better? Right? So I'm just giving you a very stern advice and warning. And the why is always say yes. It's a yes to positive. Never say negative. The moment you say negative, you are inside the unemployment. 死了，我老板要炒我鱿鱼了。Die, I'm going to get retrenched. Die. So Ruoling and Ziting, Uncle Raymond has been being thrown out for recession and unemployed for many times until I get sick and tired. The last time when I resigned from MOE is my own accord, my own. I feel very sad when I want to resign. Was in the verge of committing suicide and so downcast everything. But I decided now I'm on having my own boss, my own business, my own thing. All right. I'm happy for the past 7 years. I know it's 7 years is not easy with financial issues. So guys, thank God my mom gave me the educations. Even though I'm not working for people, and now I'm still doing some part-time jobs. Remember, later we'll talk about what kind of jobs are we talking. And later, the two groups, you're going to talk about this one. Okay? Talk about unemployment and the effects. How unemployment can cause the world. You can show some pictures, whatever you want. Okay? So consequences of unemployment. Back to you, Yibao. Can you read to the class, please?
If things will go on like the current scenario, then unemployment will become a major issue. Apart from this, the following things happen in an economy, which is an increase in poverty,
Yes.
an increase in crime rate,
exploitation of labor. So this word labor is actually an American spelling, but the British spelling is supposed to have a U. Okay, carry on.
Political instability.
That's right. Political instability.
Political instability,
Very
mental
good.
health, and loss of skills. As a result, all this will eventually lead to the demise of the nation.
Okay, so what it means here that once there is the unemployment, you will create poverty, 就是贫穷. Then you will increase the crime rate. Goodness. Nobody want to be a thief, right? Agree, Hazel? Who want to be a thief? I mean, seriously, who want to be a beggar? Everyone also want to be a multi-millionaire. But because of the country, recently I watched a TikTok, got 3 guys escaped from Nigeria by a tanker, a oil tanker. At the end of the ship there's this paddles, I can't remember what it's called, sorry. They took them 11 days to secretly get out of Nigeria. You know, during in the stormy sea, they can just drown and die without a buoyant, without a life jacket. But they risk their life for that. Why? Because the countries are suck. It's not providing good job for them, which is not true. Depends on how much you want to work. But sometimes, you know, in certain countries, they want to work, but they don't have the job. People are not given to them, or they exploit their labels. I hate people to do that. I hate employer exploiting employees. I hate the bosses against. See, this is not. See, I have to add in the word now. Add to dictionary. Okay. So political instability means the government is corrupted. Well, a lot in the TikTok saying that Singapore government, Hazel, Ziting, Luo Ling, Jia Rong, do you know how much our prime ministers in Singapore earn per year? Anyone? Anyone can make a wild guess? Come, you can put in the chat now. Anyone else?
Like a few million.
How many?
Million.
Yeah, how much lah? If you say million.
Over 20 million.
Wow, wow, Lee Hsien Loong 1 year earn 20 million. Wow, that's cool. Hazel, how much do you think? The poorest president in the whole entire world is President Venezuela. He got US about $5,000, but he only take home about 1,000 or so, can't remember. And the rest of his money give to charity. Well done. Huh? The poorest president in the whole world, Venezuela, in South America. No idea? Okay, Lee Hsien Loong 1 year earned $2 million. $2 million. Is one of the most highly paid ministers in the whole world. In fact, he's much more high paid than Joe Biden, more high paid than the Japan Prime Minister, and high paid than South Korea, Russia, Xi Jinping, of course, Malaysia, no need to say, and a few presidents. In fact, he's the top 5 in the world or top 10. Then people say, such a small country, why are you paying our Prime Minister so high salary? That one is not for me and you to argue, okay? Right? And don't forget, Xing Yuan, Zhi, your parents are using their tax money to pay for his salary. Correct or not? It's all the taxpayer money. But you tell me, 你自己问你的良心，凭你的良心讲话, okay? Do you think did he, honestly, you no need to answer me yes or no, no need to knock your head or shake your head, no need, 你凭你的良心讲 from your bottom of your heart, 若琳, okay? No need to answer me, Do you think Mr. Lee Hsien Loong and Mr. Lee Kuan Yew did a good job to deserve that $2 million salary? I answer. He deserved it. Okay? Even people say that he should donate some of his salary up to him. Okay, sorry, Ruo Ling. If people say, well, Ruo Ling don't do anything, get a salary of 200,000 a year, don't know what the hell is she doing. You don't need to give a damn to what they say, right? True enough. Right? As long as the board of directors, the company know that you are doing something for the company, you are helping the company to make money, you are helping the company every year to be positive profit, again, positive sale. You don't give a damn. True or not, Xing Yuan, 对不对? If someone say, 哇，这个Xing Yuan只是整天笑去做工没有讲话的，哇，可以赚这么多工钱 you don't care. If you are not doing your job, you will get fired. That's it. That's the real world, Hazel. That's the real world. I have seen TikTok keeps complaining about Prime Minister draw so much salary. Can you imagine one day, Hazel, Zhong Han and Ruo Ling, Hao Xian, Zhi, Xing Yuan, and Jia Rong, one day, your grandson become the Prime Minister of Singapore. Then your grandson is drawing $4 million salary. And someone, then that fella don't know that is your grandson. Okay? Or Yipa, why Yipa get out? I didn't know. Wait for Yipa. Okay, then your grandson draw $4 million as a Prime Minister. Then somebody behind say, wow, this present Prime Minister, useless one. Draw so much money, 4 million, but he makes the country 风调雨顺. 国泰平安, right? Everyone is having a job, no beggars on the street, safe and sound. Hey, Hazel, how would you feel if someone behind your back say about your grandson like that? You feel very frustrated, right? You feel like giving that person two slap, right? True not? 因为他的孙子拿不到这个工作吗？他 jealous of you 吗？对吗，Hazel？所谓吃不到说葡萄说葡萄酸。If you are good now, then you form a government correct now, 中恒。Then overthrow the PAP and then you run the government, you are so good, then do it. Don't just sit there and talk. Talk is free. Zhi agree now? Hao Xuan, Jia Rong 对吗? Okay, like just Jia Rong, you play basketball, you know, right? The person say, wow, Jia Rong, can't you just pass the ball to the person or can't you just dunk the ball or can't you just throw the ball or can't you do this? 他讲很容易哦. Then when he play that time, you like shit like that. True not? Right, you know, right? A good person, a smart person will observe, will check and then analyze. That's what we have done for the past 3 days of boot camp. You don't just tell people what. If you're good, do the job. That's why, Hazel, there's this saying, action speaks louder than words. Okay? So if you ever see that these are, you know what I'm telling you, all of you, even though next year Set 2, because Set 3, Set 4, you will come up a source-based question about why the government earns so much salary. There's this question came up before, Jiaro. Now you understand what is the difference of social study and history? So when Hitler took over Germany, it was very poor, and Hitler took all the things and made the country prosperous. Until today, I believe most of the Germans in Germany will still love Hitler because he built Germany strongly. Even though I'm a Singaporean, I'm still very proud that my ancestor is from China. And I'm so proud of my surname that one of my surname is one of the dynasty in China, the Song Cao. So Uncle Raymond, what got to do with unemployment? Nothing much to do with unemployment, got to do with ideologies. Okay? It's related. Because if you have different ideology, you will start to say, hey, hello. Then your husband Hazel will say, hey, 老婆，我们离开新加坡了，这个国家烂了。I think we bring our children, our parents, and our parents out of this country and move on. Because this country cannot provide. You know, right, children? A lot of countries having civil wars fighting because of unemployment. Correct? That's why no food, no shelter. That's why they go to war. Right? And then that's how it all happens against. That's why it's political instabilities. You see? It's one of the social studies. Now you mean by what? We need to know the social fabric. We need to know, remember yesterday we learned the word social fabric. We need to know social fabric is very important. 国家完，家完国亡，国家就完蛋。So mental health, very important. In Japan, there's a lot of suicide rate around your age. Suicide, you know, in Japan, there's this forest where everyone will go to the forest and commit suicide. Serious, no? You can Google it. You can type Japan suicide forest, something like that. And it's become a very popular site until there are policemen or police to go there and make sure the place is not haunted. No one go there and commit suicide. And loss of skill. Do you know this Golden Bridge now? You know San Francisco Golden Bridge, right? There are people who go there and commit suicide also. Until they have to make the barricade very high to prevent them, but still got people able to commit suicide. Why? Because no job and loss of skill. You know what is a typewriter now? Rolling. Do you know what is a typewriter? No? Okay. Hao Xuan, do you know what is a typewriter, right? Hao Xuan, typewriter. Okay, if you Google it, typewriter is now like the keyboard like that. So last time typewriters, wow, one of my distant relatives sold typewriter like hotcakes at Jiaro. It's just like, you know what is Walkman? You know what is Walkman? The Discman where you put on ear, you listen to music. Last time I was selling like hotcake. Now we don't need one. We use the handphone. We can listen to music already, correct? Right? Hazel. But now everything is in the handphone. So end up a lot of skills are being killed off. How? These people got no skill. How? Unemployed. So what is the effect? These people will commit suicide, or maybe they are so sad they might be hopeless. Or if they are good enough, they are positive, Hazel. No, never mind. I can't sell typewriter. I can't sell Walkman. I can't sell Discman. You can ask your parents. They will know what is a typewriter, Walkman, Discman, okay, or iPod. Okay. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be positive. Okay, never mind. I'm going to learn new things. Okay, go and type the word typewriter and you look at the pictures, the image under Google typewriter. You know how it works. I tell you, once you type a wrong alphabet, you have to go back and do it. During my national service, I was doing this typewriter. Every time I type wrongly, I use a correction tape and do. And then if I miss out the whole thing, if my officer not happy with my things I type, I have to retype again. I have to stay back. And sometimes I want to type too fast. I want to go home early. You know what happened? I have to sign extra. No? That means I cannot go home over the weekend. I have to do extra duty for being not disciplined enough, for being careless, for being not eye for detail. So during my national service, it taught me a lot of lessons. More haste, less speed. That means don't rush. So it must be patience. Okay. Top student in school, so what? Big deal. I can't even do things properly. Next, initiative by governments. This is very, very important, even though it's not here. I would like to tell you about this word here. You need to know this. Okay, this skill future, please type somewhere and put it in. You need to know this. Jiarong, this is where social study comes in. May I have Ziting?
The government has taken the problem very seriously and have taken measures to slowly reduce unemployment. Some of these schemes include IRDP, Integrated Rural Development Program,
This one
DPA.
definitely, sorry, this one definitely will not be in Singapore. It's more to the agriculture like Japan, China, India, Pakistan, or certain parts of, not Africa, I wouldn't say Africa, Indonesia, Vietnam. Okay, carry on. Yibao, can you turn on your camera, please?
DPAP, Job Prone Area Program, Jawahar Rozgar Yojana Employment Assurance Scheme, NRY, Nehru Rozgar Yojana.
Yes, Yojana, correct. Well read. Thank you. Well done.
Training for Self-Employment, PMIUPEP, Prime Minister's Integrated Urban Poverty Eradication Program, Employment Exchange, Employment Guarantee.
Well read. I purposely want to choose you to read this, not because I want to torture you. Okay, I got reason for that. Let me explain to you later. Carry on. Scheme
Development of organized sector, small and cottage industries, employment in 14 countries, the Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana, and a few more.
Thank you. This one is more to the India's or the Indian side or Pakistan side. You can see the names. It can tells you it's definitely not from China, not from Japan, or either it's from India, Pakistan, or Afghanistan, or maybe Indonesia, or it can't be Malaysia, right? So why I asked Ziting or even Hao Shen to read this one is because most of you next year, for the IP student, take note. You will come up all these funny incidents and things. So this is where 2023, the lesson plans will talk about history, geography, and a bit of science integrated to what we are talking now here. Why? Because all these are a plan, a schemes to make sure the country, people will have sufficient money to buy food, do payments for their bills, payments for their housing loans, even with electricity bills, water bills, or even to send their children to school. Do you know most of the countries in the world, I think their children go to school for free. Singapore governments also pay their Singapore citizens. If your children are born as Singaporean, you will get a very heavy subsidized educations and education fees, right? But still have to pay up some minimum sum, not so much. And only foreigners who come to Singapore will pay a lot, maybe a few $100s, right? If I'm not mistaken. I remember one of my students, I think from Mongolia, about $300-400 a month. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine the students study in IP, Ziting, your school, and Hao Shen, your school, or even in Hwa Chong or other school, they might pay about $800 a month, foreign student. So those of you who are Singapore citizen, please appreciate your pink IC. Do you know our passport in the world is number 2, if I'm not mistaken? The world number 2. No, that day, I was talking to one of my friends who is now in Guizhou, Singaporean. He told me, because his wife is China, okay, China, sorry. So every time when they go anywhere, the wife will get stopped to check the passport. But when my friend showed the Singapore passport, the immigration officer look at it, Singapore passport, chop, speak a few words to check whether you can speak proper English or something like that. That's why he told me, and confirm. Are you from Singapore? Yes, I'm from Singapore. Oh, then you listen to the tone, right? Okay, you can go. You see, that's that powerful. So sorry. So the next generation of Singapore's economy and society will depend on all of you here. If you guys 20 years later you're going to screw up Singapore and make the world to hate Singapore, that means you guys have done a lousy job. Agree not, Hazel? True not? Because today, when you walk out of Singapore to other parts of the world, you feel proud because your parents and your grandparents who are here have made Singapore to be dreamed. From a small red dot to today, and everyone are employed. So now I ask you, I'm not citing, I'm definitely very pro-PAP. I support my existing government. Now ask yourself whether this Mr. Lee Hsien Loong deserves the $2 million salary, and with the rest of all the ministers who draw about 6 figures per year, 6-figure salary, that means it's more than $100,000 a year. You think it's worth it? Okay. And then you know in DBS, the DBS of CEO, he is earning about $4-5 million a year. And DBS, you know what is DBS, right? The Bank of Singapore, one of the big banks in Singapore, is one of the most renowned banks in the world. So you think, correct now? Why you say people say Singapore is so expensive to stay things? Do you feel safe, or Hazel, when you walk on the street in Singapore? You feel safe? You feel safe, right? Okay. Have you been to other countries? Do you feel safe? Hazel, now you walk in New York at this time, you feel safe now. True now, Zhonghen. If you feel safe, are you feel safe to walk on the street of London? You feel safe now, you walk on the street in Orchard Road now. Safe, right? Everywhere got camera, everywhere got my colleagues, my police officer will be patrolling, right? Sometimes if you're lucky, right, Yibao will know, right? Yibao, right? Yibao, right? You saw me, right? Okay, I will never forget the picture that I took with you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where the price to pay for it. So when people start to say that, hey, wow, this minister earning so much, this minister, children, Jiarong, this is where you use your social studies skill already. To understand, to compare, to analyze, to have a reliability and usefulness check. Okay? So carry on, Ziting, your turn. Ziting, carry on.
Besides these schemes, the government also made some rules flexible so that employment can be created in the private sector also. To conclude, we can say that the problem of unemployment in India has reached a critical stage, but now the government and local authorities have taken the problem seriously and working on it to reduce unemployment. Also, to completely solve the issue of unemployment, we have to tackle the main issue of unemployment, that is the vast population of Indians.
I tell you Ziting, the vast population in India until today, until when Ziting, you are 50 years old, okay, I can tell you, India will never be able to solve unemployment. You know why? Because of this word. Because of this word. I think I shared with you before, right, Luoling? Did I share with you this word before? Yes or no? Zhonghen, you ma? Xingyuan, did I share this word with you before? The caste? Can you type this word, the caste system? In India, there are 4 levels of caste. If you are the level 1, or should I say the level 4, the lowest, you will be very hard to find any job that is working in the office. You cannot find the lowest class, the level 4 class, to become a lawyer. No way one. Hazel, they already have discrimination there. And in India, they are mostly Hindus, right? Hindus, right? Of course, India got Muslim, got Christianity, got other religions. So Luoling, in India, they also have discrimination, and also have prejudice, and also have bias. You know, India is the earliest civilization compared to China. One of them, either China or India, have more than the earliest civilization is the Indus Valley civilization, as well as the Huanghe civilizations. Okay, from thousands of years until now, you see, they're still the same. No change. Why? Because of political corruption. Because of the governments are not really willing to take care of the citizen. India is the 2nd largest population in the world. China is number 1. India is 1.1 billion. And China is 1.4 billion. China can do that, Hazel, because China is a communist country. The central power control, which is good. I know I hate communist country, But because China have to do it in communist way, because the population is so big, it cannot be one person control the whole entire. Because China has seen that, because of one person control the whole China, 四分五裂. Like the emperors, you look at the Tan Song Ye Ming Qi, all the emperor. Okay, and next, India, because it's a democratic, it's not a communist. So you see the government sometimes is changing. Every 6 years, they change the government. 很乱哦，中恒。是嘅，会不会很乱？一把 turn on your camera， 很乱对吗？ Every 6 years, you change the government. And then the government might be an opposition party or another party or another party. Then 6 years later, they take enough money, they run away. Then another government comes in. They can buy the votes. Oh, if I'm not wrong, they can buy the votes. I may be wrong, but you see, with this caste system, Hazel, no way. There will be a lot of unemployment confirmed. Very hard. Because they cannot see eye to eye. Because they cannot allow the lower class to be in the upper class. So Hazel, imagine you're level 2. You only can marry the level 1 people. And then if you, Hazel, if you like a boy in level 4, I tell you, you'll be get discriminated. Your parents will be against you. That's how it works in India. I urge all of you, because this caste system, I really urge all of you, especially for Ziping and Hao Xuan, please read out this. I urge all of you to type this caste system during your free time for the next 31 days during December. Spend some time to read this. Trust me. Okay, it will definitely help you to further understand why, after reading this, whoever have the discipline and determination to read this, next lesson or next few lessons come. Hey, Uncle Raymond, what you say is correct. Please, you have to read this caste system. It's also to do with social study, Jaro, trust me. And also part of his history. So I told you, right, is history and social study is like some bao tai. Now look at this one here. Did I go through this on rolling? No, okay. Times of unemployment, take note of these are very, very, very important. Whether you're IP Express or any or whatever, it's very important. Let me go through, pay attention. Okay. First, frictional is in between jobs. That means the person maybe was being retrenched, can't find job. So you do part-time Grab and part-time working in Starbucks. Okay, that's in between jobs. So that he can meet ends meet. Meet ends meet. Let me type this to all of you. Suddenly my sinus come back again. Yeah. Okay, 就是为了三餐而生存. Okay. So real wage, of course, we are talking about teachers, lawyers, engineers, banker, full-time employee where you can have CPF. Okay, and also type the word CPF. Actually preparing you for your Set3 and Set4 also, CPF in Singapore. Why is this very important? Hazel, one day you also want to get married and have your own house, 对吗, Hazel? So this is where the more you earn, the more money will go to your CPF. And this money will have a lot of high interest to help you to buy your dream house, be a condo or HDB. You know, by the time Hazel, Yipao and Jiarong and all of you, by the time you are 30 years old, HDB will cost about $1 million. $1 million. Unless your parents pass down their house to you. Unless your parents' house are freehold or 999. If not, Yipao. Singapore have to work. It's not like other country, you don't work, the government give you money. Here, no. Voluntary, of course, you don't get paid, correct now. 自愿吗? Right? 对吗? Hao Xuan? You don't get paid, volunteer. Structure is like, depends on, for example, this person, he's a lawyer, but because recently he got a car accident, he lost his voice, or he can't perform, he can't walk, he was on wheelchair or lolly. But because he still got the skill, he still got the knowledge, but he cannot be a lawyer. Nobody want to employ him as a lawyer. Poor thing, so what happened? You will look for another type of job. You know what? You become a restaurant manager. But still got a pay, right? 他也没有偷，没有抢，没有害人，没有骗人，对吗？中恒，他也是靠劳力去赚钱吗？That's structure. Geographical, very interesting, guys. the 8 of you, you will sure one day bye-bye from Singapore. Your boss will tell you, hey sir, next month, I want you to go to San Francisco for a meeting. And then after that, you have to fly to London to stay there for 3 months. Are you going to say no or are you going to say yes? I leave it to you, Hazel. Because of the nature of your job, you need to set up things there. Because of your nature of your skill, because of nature of your experience, because nature of your certificate, because of nature of your knowledge, they need your brain, they need your presentation, they need your presence there to look after all the people there. And they pay you like nobody business. They even have chauffeur for you. They even have international school for your children. Well, they even have helper for you. If good, they even can provide you chef. Seriously, the world is your oyster. And guess what? If you don't believe, you can Google and check with your parents. I want you guys to talk to your parents. Seriously, then your parents know, wow, my son and my daughter, not because of attending Uncle Raymond's lesson, getting smarter, then I tell you, it's not a right way already, Hazel. I want your parents to know that my daughter, my son, attending all the lesson, whether Uncle Raymond lesson or other tuition, your maths, your science, your whatever lesson, or your music, or your enrichment class, or your school. Oh my God, my son and my daughters are getting very matured. He's able to talk to me about 国家大事, about 人生大道理, about what will my future be, mommy, when I grow up. That means they are very happy. They will be willing to work even more harder for your future. Because they don't want to neglect you and feel disappointed when you're successful. They cannot support you in any ways. It's the same, children, when you become your parents yourself. When you see your children is so smarter than you 10 times, you will find the best way for them to have a best future. Not better. I do not use good or better. I use the best. Okay, because your parents want to provide the best for you. Not better, huh? No parent want to provide good living or better living. They want to provide the best living for you. Wow. This is where geographical. Why? Because some parents decided to give up from their original country to come to this country. I'm not saying Singapore. Okay, I got friends who find that Singapore sucks. No good. They decided to give up their citizen in Singapore and move into Australia. And I still contact them and say, wow, here I'm very good. I can do this and that. I can even buy my most expensive watch. I can have tea time. I can have this. Well done. Good luck to him. I just called my friend yesterday night. His brother was my ex-student, Hazel. He's now staying in US and he's going to be a father at the age of 26. He's earning about 5 figures in US. He used to study in Newtown Secondary School. His primary school, yeah, it's Newtown Secondary. Are you from Newtown? No, right? Hazel, you know. Nanhua. He's from the primary school was Pei-Ying Primary School. And then it's Newtown. Then later he went to I think Singapore Poly. Then after that, his brother, my friend, sent him to US to study. And I just called, hey, how is Brian doing? Oh, he's fine. He's going to be father soon. He's from Burma, Myanmar. Okay? He came to Singapore to study. Now you see, he's now working in US. I don't like to you. If I can find the video, I can show it to you. Okay? I don't like to think that it's not possible. Because one day, if you guys find out, hey, Uncle Raymond, you're lying to me, then no point already. Right? 对吗，嘉荣? My first policy is honesty is very important. 对吗，中人? 不要无中生有. Now last one, seasonal. I like you to use seasonal, Hazel. 卖榴莲, correct? 卖肉干. That's seasonal 吗? You realize in 美珍香浩璇, 新源子婷. You know 美珍香 usually during Chinese New Year a lot of people buy, 对吗，浩璇? But after Chinese New Year, you can see the 美珍香 there in the shopping center, but very quiet, 若琳，对吗？好像没有人要买，对不对？ But during Chinese, 哇 long queue 中了，对吗？医保对不对？ Then after Chinese New Year, 哇打蚊子，没有什么人买。哎，吃卖肉干吗？要买肉干吗？你走过都不要。Then during Chinese New Year, they won't come and shout at you one. 来买肉干，你 no need one. You will automatically queue up because it's seasonal. Because you need to buy 肉干 because 肉干 is represent 那个钱呐，那个黄金的意思，好像你在送钱给你的亲戚朋友。 这个是一种学问来的 ，it's a skill. You don't believe, you ask your parents. This is what I heard, not from Uncle Raymond, please. So out of these 6, which one is the best? Of course, the real wage is the best lah. Correct now. Of course, you can do side income, like for example, seasonal. You can help your friend, or maybe one of your friend, Hazel, is an influencer. You can help him or help her to do something. You earn extra pocket money. Nothing wrong, lah. Right? Correct now. True now. And then maybe when you're very well to do already, Jiarong or Ziting or Luoling and Hazel, you're so well to do, and then your husband are earning a lot of money, and then you got nothing to do, right? Stay at home also very boring, right? Your kids go to school already, then you do volunteer work, no? Go to old folks' home, cook food for them. Correct now? Now you get it? It's not about A1 in your study. Sorry, my nose. I don't know why. Sorry, I keep putting my nose very, very itchy. Very hard to concentrate. I'm so sorry. Demand deficiency. Unemployment arising from economic slowdown and less demand in the economy. So take my word, Xing Yuan, Zhonghen, take my word. You look at next year, you will see in the news, a lot of companies going to retrench. And you know, right, Zhonghen, recently Elon Musk retrenched a lot of Twitter stuff, right? You know, right? You see, starting already. Then I think this Google is also coming up to follow the trend, Zhonghen, right? That's the thing, right? So more and more people are coming. How? Hey, don't forget, Hao Xuan, Jiarong, and Yiba, all these stuff working in Twitters and Google, their salary is very high, Overnight, they got retrenched. Means they got no income, right? No money, right? And how to pay for their bills, expenses, and their children education, or their medical fee. If they don't save for a rainy day, they're going to be in a heavy debts. This is the one. Okay, let's test your editing skills. I think you have this already, right? The structures of unemployment in recently. Now, this one is definitely not, don't worry, this one is not for Express or IP. Usually it's for the IB. You know what's IB, right? You know what's IB, right? It's one level higher than the IP. It's called the International Bureaucrats. Okay, so, my notes, I'm so sorry. The first half of these articles, which appears in the September 1956 issue, 1956 issues of the reviews of this paper. So this is definitely a university paper or even higher. Analyze recent trends in unemployment and the incidence of unemployment by sex, which is male and females or LGBT, by color, which is whites, Chinese, Asians, Hispanics, or blacks. Age, of course, we know, right? From the as long as your legal age to work. Hao Xuan, let's go. First paragraph. Hao Xuan, you read or just now you read already? Did you read? No, okay, go. Wait. While Hao Xuan is reading, please make a guess. What do you think the word should be inside here? Okay, let's go.
Month-to-month blank in the net level of unemployment sometimes reflect the calendar rather than economic blanks. And blank in unemployment need not be a matter of concern if it occurs in a month when unemployment has characteristically risen. In order to blank changes in unemployment, it is necessary to isolate and to discount the influence of seasonality.
Hey, seasonality. That means, Uncle Raymond, just now you talk about seasonal employment, right? See? Get it now? You know, whatever I teach, I always want to use it in real life. It's more practical. Agree on Yipao? Is that Yipao now? Why suddenly your camera so small? Are you at home or not? Hello, answer me. Why not the screen like the rest? Why you're so special?
Because I'm using my phone.
Why? Your laptop no battery?
Yeah.
Then charge and then start lah. Why you so lazy?
Do charging.
Charging, okay. May I have Jiarong?
Seasonal increase in unemployment stem from periodic contractions in jobs, well as from periodic inflows of job seekers into the labor market. For workers in agriculture, construction, and other outdoor activities, culture, constructions, and
And others.
and other outdoor activities changes with the periodic variations in weather. Other activities such as food progressing, which are dependent on those in industries.
Continue. Tend to. I can't hear you. Tend to
show parallel
Why you scold me? Someone you scold me. Singa, you scold me.
Huh?
Why you say fluctuation? Yes, it's fluctuations. Thank you. I got you, Jiarong.
Fluctuation in job.
You know what's the meaning of fluctuation?
No.
就是 up and down.
Oh.
Fluctuation 就是起起落落. No, not a constant. If you see this one in fluctuation, Jiarong, using math already, Jiarong. If you see the fluctuation in math, that means the curve is up and down, like very curvy. Okay, you learn the word. Thank you, Jiarong. May I have rolling?
There are also other seasonal influences. Style and model innovations in many industries follow the calendar. Holidays affected blank buying patterns and the customs which became established in industry and blank lead to periodic variations in the intensity of producing and selling. In addition, there are periodic infatuation.
Not infatuation, it's fluctuation. Fluctuation. Not the F-U-C-K, that word is because there's an L sound. Fluctuation.
Fluctuations in the supply of young workers associated with the school year.
So in this word means in this paragraph, it means that because I explain this paragraph first. It means that because seasonal, right? You know, winter means Christmas. Christmas means got seasonal things. That means you will sell seasonal things like Christmas gift. You will sell like Christmas tree, Christmas jingle bell, Christmas candy, just like Chinese New Year, right? So what you mean the word fluctuation, that because they need young workers to do certain tasks. For example, to cut the woods and cut down the Christmas tree. Like we are talking about in Europe and US. We're not talking about Singapore here, okay? So we are talking about people who are doing seasonal things. Like remember just now I showed you there are 6 different types of occupations. So they need more people. Those winter times is where people, they are still some of them schooling. Like in Singapore here, winter means December. That means a school holiday. But in UK, in Europe, you know, right? They're only during Christmas period, then they will have a long holidays. But usually the last day of their school terms will be somewhere like what Jiarong, like Jialing will be coming back on 16 from London. So this is the time where the typical Europe sites will be having a long holidays from 18th of December. That's the rough date. 18th of December to 5th of January next year. So that's their season break. And this is the time where everyone will go back to their country, to their hometown, to their families by train, by airplane, by ship, by bus or whatever. And then when they're going, they will, along the way, they'll buy gifts, right? And this is where they need manpower to do something. Get it now? All right. So next paragraph, may I have Hazel?
It is blank, of course, to identify blank unemployment precisely, or to assign a quantitative pattern to it, which is
no, quantitative pattern to, yes, correct. Hey, not bad. Okay, you print it out, is it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Your reading is good. Carry on. So since your reading is so good, you will be finished everything, can? Any violence objection? All the way here, finish out. Thank you. Okay, carry on. I will ask you to stop. Don't worry. Okay.
That is exact and repetitive. The broad outlines of seasonal unemployment are, however, distinct. For the labor force as a whole, census data show that unemployment resulting from seasonal influences alone may vary by about 40% within a calendar year, from 20% above the annual average in February to 20% below in October. For example, when unemployment averages about 2.5 million, changes of 1/2 million in either direction could be expected as the result of seasonal variations alone.
Thank you. Well read. You feel like you are better than the first time when you read, right? This is the way you're supposed to read like that. Very like Cao Amo. The Amo, you know it's Amo, not Lao Wai. Excuse me, Hazel, would you mind? Can I have a cup of tea with you? So Hazel will do the hair like that. I'm afraid I'm very busy. Maybe another day. Then the white Lao Wai just, oh, sure, fine. You're so hard to get, you're so atas. They say, but then, well read. Thank you very much. Really, I think the rest will agree. Well read. Next, may I have who else? Zhonghan. I would want to make everyone to read a bit. Don't mind. Where am I now? Okay, move over. Zhonghan.
Moreover, seasonal employment patterns differ substantially for men and women.
Substantially. Remember there's a
Substantially.
Yes.
Substantially for men and women and for young and adult workers. For instance, for adult men aged 25 and over, unemployment is higher than the annual average for the first 4 months of the year, with the peak normally occurring in February, when there is reduced activity in construction, agriculture, and outdoor activities generally, and unemployment for this group is below the annual average for the remainder of the year, reaching a low point in October when labor requirements for the harvest and the annual expansions
And for the
autumn expansions in industry and are high in relations to the workers then available, after which the number of unemployed adult men begins to rise during winter months.
Thank you. You realize, hold on. My goodness. Wow. Zhonghan, I think you need to catch a breath. You realize this guy, from the moment here, all the way to here, there's only one full stop. Zhonghan. Now you understand what I mean. You will not see this most of the time in your express comprehension paper, not even until Set 4, to be honest with you. You will see this in your A-level general paper, in your university paper, in your master degree paper, or even higher learning, or even in the real business world, like a lawyer or something like that. But what I want to show you this, seriously, so Jiarong and Xingyan, now you understand, language is so powerful that it can change, can tell you. See, just now, Hazel was reading about 2.5 million, 1.5 million, all these are numbers. But it comes to you that this million of people who are unemployed, what happened? It breaks down into different groups. What happened? It breaks down into seasonals, autumn, winter. It breaks down into different industry. It breaks down into different job sector. It breaks down into different categories. Am I too fast? Yes, I think I'm too fast. Can you catch or not? That's not my problem. You have to catch. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Zhonghan, this is where later on, when you go to higher level, Set 3, Set 4, or even in your university, your prof will be talking like that. You cannot say, sorry, prof. Sorry, lecturer, can you repeat what you say again? They will not do that. So that's why you need to practice your listening comprehensions. Now you understand our learning, right? Especially now you can understand what I'm saying. What happens if your professor or your lecturer is really from British or from Scotland, from Wales, from America? How? Are you able to understand the accent? You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's good that sometimes you watch movies to understand how they speak. Seriously. I think you have enough watching the Mandarin's movie, the Chinese movie. Nothing wrong, continue. But you need to understand, like I'm watching this show now. I'm watching the second time. It's a Korean movie, yeah. It's a very nice movie. Not movie, sorry. It's a nice drama. Okay, about superpower, about getting rid about all the bad people, the devil, the evil people. Okay, so it's a very nice drama. I'm watching that, but I'm getting the storyline because I saw in the drama there's a lot of bullying. So how this handicapped boy who went through a car accident overcome this bully because he got superpower. So thank you, Zhonghen. You see, this is a very long sentence itself. What does it mean here? It tells you the essence, the importance. I cannot have a full stop. I need to comma, because I'm telling you the whole essence of it. Employment is very, very serious if we don't take actions. You know why I say that? Xing Yuan, are you ready to continue what Zhonghen has taught? Let's go. The high point.
The high point in February is about 35% above the annual average, and the low point in October about 35% below. Hold
on, you're going to continue next paragraph. Let me explain this part here. Why I break Zhonghen? Because of this last part, you realize now, Xing Yuan, I asked you to read this. Remember during our boot camp, I say whether number and words is important, right? You see, because of the words it describes, the severity, the devastation, the seriousness, the chaos of unemployment. Oh, I saw a picture already. But later, to emphasize, to enforce, and to enhance how serious unemployment is, I'm giving you the number now. Oh my goodness, 35%. Wow, 很多嘞 25% below. 哇，糟糕。如果一个 economy below 25%, 这个国家一定完蛋了。Now you understand, Xing Yuan. So number and words are, Jiarong, now you understand what I mean, right? Numbers and words are important. So now, ladies and gentlemen, now you understand why Singapore emphasize math and emphasize language very important. Now you understand why, huh? So please, even though I told you, I think that during my bootcamp, I told you my math like shit, like F9 to B3, right? At least I passed my math. So some of you who do not like math, I'm so sorry. Okay, can I use the word as it's very Singaporean Singlish? Die must pass your English. At least your O level, and die you must take your A math. I hate A maths on Hazel. I got E8 for my A level, but I got better grade for my history lah. But I never regret of taking A math. Okay, I'm very honest with you. But at least when people talk about A maths, I understand what is the math. Oh Lord, it's not today I neglected you, Lord. Okay, right? Because I want to give everyone a chance to talk. All right, right? Fair enough, Right, so 若琳 you 明白我的意思，你看到这个吗？ I'm preparing you for not your set 2. If you think set 2, nothing. Hey, hello, Hazel, this is your university paper, no? Are you ready to take the challenge, no? Get it, no? Since God give you such a lovely voice to read so well, then please, for goodness sake, please use it properly lah. Correct, no? Right, Ziting, your handwriting is so nice also, right? So use for it. At least you see you got an A1 for your English, right? For final year, right? Your hard work, you pay off. Well done. Your A1, of course, is here and there, add out, and this because of your hard work. This is when your numbers comes in because of your language come first. Back to you, Xing Yuan. For men?
For men under 25, unemployment is likewise above the annual average during the first quarter of the year, but it is highest during the school vacation months of June and July. In those 2 months, there is a large influx of young people into the labor market, and until they find work, they are counted as unemployed.
God, stop. Now you understand? For men under 25, if I were to say, young adult, you don't know what is the age, right? But if I say 25 and below, understand 啦 ，25 and below 每个人在读书嘛，对不对？Xing Yuan。In fact, Xing Yuan, Hao Xuan, Yi Bao, can you turn on your camera as well, Jiarong? Why the two of you not turning on your camera? Thank you. So Yi Bao, Xing Yuan, Hao Xuan, and Zhonghen. In fact, when you are 25, you are not ready to come out to work. You know why? Because by the time 18 years old, right, you have to go to army for 2 years. Correct now? right? 2 years. So by the time you finish your army, you will be maybe 21 years old. Then when you go and further study for 4 years in university, right? By the time you come out, it's just 25, correct now? So 25, you are like looking for a job. I'm sorry to say, what happened is so unlucky at the age of 25, there was this recession, inflations, or unemployment rate go up. Ayo, how should it happen? Then you got money to pay for your university loans. Maybe your parents use CPF to pay for your study loans. Then thank God. Then the government can say, never mind, I will give you 2 years to pay to your parents. But what happened if you borrow money from the bank? After 6 months, if you cannot find a job, good luck to you. The interest will come in. So every month, instead of paying $500 for the next 3 years of your study loan, you might be paying out to $800 a month. Now you understand why most of the time your parents don't want to anyhow buy things or spend on you those unnecessary things, because they want to keep this money in case you need it after you come out from your study. Maybe this money is, you look around, say, how example, you don't get angry at Hao Shen. You look, then you can't find a job. Then your father say, hey, Hao Shen, since you and your friend are good in AI, maybe daddy will invest maybe $1 million in your company. Then Hao Shen, you and your friend do a startup in Singapore and come up artificial intelligence robots or something like that. Meanwhile, Hao Shen. And it happens recently, one of my students, I'm not sure I told you, one of my students now is in US. Okay, he's from India, come to Singapore and study, and now he is in NUS. The NUS sent him to US or Hazel to learn about AI, computer science from a startup company. I tell you, in Singapore, as long as you study hard, you work hard, you don't make any offense, don't go and act smart and take cigarette and smoke, or go and do stealing, okay, or glue sniffing, or do all stupid things, or do loan shark runner. You know what's a loan shark runner? He's a don't ever do that. I tell you, your record will be inside the police record. Your whole life will be ruined, tell you. Even your result got A1s, it's very hard to get a scholarship. Because this scholarship is all the taxpayer money pay you to study. And then when you come back from your scholarship, you graduated, you're going to be one of the leaders for Singapore. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, do you want a leader with a very bad, a bit of a hiccup backgrounds in the past? No, right? You want a clean record, right? That's why why your parents send you to this country. Why you're in Singapore. We want to continue to keep Singapore a very clean in terms of environment, in terms of government, in terms of every citizen got equal opportunity. Jiarong, now you understand social study. Because history tells us from what Mr. Lee Kuan Yew has built out today, we cannot destroy it. 对吗？明白吗？ So I hope I have encouraged you to understand more of all these things. The word of unemployment. Back to you. Who else? Who else has not read? Zhonghen read, Ziting read, Hao Shen, Hazel, Jiarong, Yi Bao. Okay, Ziting read already. Okay, Xingyan, complete it, finish up for us. Thank you.
Where their last stop.
By August, yeah.
By August, however, many of these young men have obtained jobs or withdrawn from the labor force, so that seasonal unemployment for this group dips below the annual average and remains below the average for the rest of the year, declining until October and then rising gradually through the winter months. At its high point in June, unemployment among younger men is about 40% above the annual average. At its low in October, it is about 30% below. Unemployment among women aged 25 and over is relatively stable, although usually highest in the black.
Sorry, I did not continue the next page if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. You can see, you see the word 114, right? 1147. If I'm not mistaken, this is a page number. Okay, let's go and review the answer now. I'm not sure you all have taken notes of all the answer here. Never mind. Let me review. If you have done your homework, okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Give you 1 minute. to think of it. It's a good challenge. If you can get it right, I tell you, that means you are one level up already. You are ready to prepare to go to Sec 2 with a lot of courage and self-discipline. Let me move up. The one you read is a special one. Okay, let's go. Can I have 1 minute? Please fill out the answer, please. Don't stress, whatever the answer come to your mind. If you want to put the answer, put it in. But remember to put your PPF, Hazel and the rest of you. PPF stand for the past tense, present tense, and future tense. Okay. Don't worry if we do not have the time for the group discussion, then it's okay. I think this is more important. This is really to test you. Okay, if you really can out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. If you can get 5 out of 11, you are very good. The answer is not very tough, Jiarong. Don't worry today. And Wolin. Don't go and think until very, very deep. Okay, this. Once you are done, just show me a thumbs up, okay? You will see words very commonly when you go higher. You see months to months, day to day, year to year, quarter to quarter. They like to start off with this kind of words. Just take notes to show the important, the significant impact of how unemployment has kind of affected to the country. Okay, ready? May I review the answer? You need some more time? Okay, I'll give you 1 more extra minutes. That's it, huh? Okay, may I start now? Is it okay? Cannot. Blur already. Oh my goodness. My brain cell is dying already. Oh my God, it's so damn bloody tough. I will review the answer. Okay, don't worry. Okay, ready? Go 1, 2, 3. Ta-dang. Changes. Month to month changes. You see, very easy, huh? The leave up yet the condition. Very easy, huh? Next one, and. If you see the word and, the first thing come to your mind, right? 中文 will be A-I-O-U, right? 好，医保对吗 ？A-I-O-U, increase. You see, I told you not difficult. Next one, in order to, so must be present tense, right? Correct now. See it. Where are you seeing it? Must be present tense, right? The to evaluate. You see, not difficult. This one, a bit longer, so you think must be long word, right? Yes. You see the word opportunities. You see, all related. Now you understand the unemployments. These are all the words that you will use to care about this one. The demand. I told you the words are not difficult, right? You see? Then this one, fluctuation up and down in job supply or markets. If you are talking about job market, yes. If you have a different answer, I may accept it. Doesn't mean your answer is not here, but you think the answer is quite similar, like supply. If you put in job market, I can accept it. And then this one, holiday affect consumer. You know what's the meaning of consumer? Consumer, in other words, is called customer. You can say holiday affect customer buying patterns. Also can if you put customer. Okay, and last but not least is one more, commerce. Last two. It is difficult, of course, to identify seasonal. You realize? Now you understand now, Hazel, the first sentence seasonal. Then they talk about seasonal here. Correct now, Jiarong, 你看到吗? You see? Okay, I underline. You see the word seasonal here? Seasonal here. And then here another word seasonal. Huh? Correct now. Hazel? 若琳看到吗？若琳? Okay, once you are done, I would like to see your mark sent to the Zoom chat now upon 11. Anyone different? The answer different? Can you please share now? Anyone? Which one you want to check with me? 钟恒、子婷、若琳、浩璇、心远、怡宝、嘉荣 and Hazel. Any words that you think your answer should be this one? Let me check with me. Let me check and see whether is it okay. Let me analyze it. Okay, Jiarong, okay? Yibao 511, okay already, well done. Good. Yibao.
Mr. Raymond.
Uncle Raymond, not Mr. Raymond.
Uncle Raymond.
Yes.
What about holidays affect customer buying patterns? For the third paragraph.
Instead of consumer, you put customer, right?
Yeah.
Can.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Can, yes. Thank you, Xingyuan. Number one, alterations, month-to-month alteration in the level. Yes. Are you referring to which one? Number two is which one? I also can't remember where I put. You mean the economic fluctuation, is it, Hao Xuan? Yes, can. Wow, Zhonghen 7, well done, Zhonghen. 子婷呢? Hazel 6, well done. 子婷, how many marks? 嘉荣. Yibao, how many Yibao? You never show me. Yibao, show me already. Sorry. Thank you. High five. Hao Xuan, how many? Rolling. I need to know your marks now, please. Don't mind, Which answer? Okay. That means you got 7 lah. Just give me 7 upon 11. Tell me 4 wrong. You test my math 啊，嘉荣，你欠扁啊你！你故意的是吧？你 test my math 啊？子婷 well done， 子婷。So now you understand this is the level for A level an IB paper. You done a good job, all of you. Okay. You need more practice. That's all. Agree now? 怡宝 agree now? 钟恒 agree now? 洛琳 agree now? Hazel agree now? 心远 There will be more of these coming out later on. There will be like New York Times, Times magazines, Straits Times, Business Times. Okay, I'm not going to give you your set 2 level 1. For next year, 2023, I'll be giving you 1 level up or even 3 level up like this. This one is definitely 4, 5 level up with you. But you see, Xingyuan, all of you, Ziting, Jiarong, you've done a good job. Well done. Okay. Luo Ling, 你想太多了，对不对，洛琳？洛琳 can I see your face？ 洛琳，你想太多，对吗 ？Correct 了。但是你很怕输，你翻这个翻那个，你很怕输，对吗 ？Don't. I told you whatever you can think of, just put it. Important. Which one is it? It is. Oh my goodness. Wait, not you. I'm just trying to remember which one. I think I should put number there. It is important, of course, is it? How should is it that it is important, of course, to identify? Yeah, it's essential, it's important, it is critical, yes. Yes, it's difficult, of course, to identify. It's important, of course, to identify. Nothing wrong. I won't say it's totally wrong. I can accept it. Well done. So you see that now, children, from your classmate that you done, no need to be very complicated, okay? So this is only just a beginning to practice all this here, okay? Well done. 8 upon 11 now, not 12, my dear. 11. Okay, let's go to your group now and talk about this. Go. Go to your group now. 哇，这么快进来，洛琳，这么紧张啊 ？Because you're gonna present, right? Wow, all the girls come in first, ah. The power of girls, man. All right. Where's Tzu Ting? Huh? Tzu Ting not coming in? Oh, Jia Rong, you bully Tzu Ting, huh? He's scared already, don't care come in.
He's still in the room.
Yeah. He's still in the room. Of course, he's still in the room, and he's still outside. I'm scared. Hi, Yibao. You see, opposite from you. The boys, he's the first one to come in. The girls, the three of you are the first one to come in. Opposite, Hazel. You realize that? The three guys are in the room. Yibao is in this room. The three girls are in this room, and Tzu Ting is in the other room. Tzu Ting, welcome back. Okay, I will let the guys to present. Have I do the sharing? Did I have the sharing? Yes. Okay, all can share. Okay, Hao Xuan, since you are the leader, you have the authority to ask someone to do the presentations, or you can present. But before you present, Hao Xuan, your group, may I ask, did everyone participate to give you ideas? Back to you, Hao Xuan. Hao Xuan, can you answer me? Oh, thank you. All right, let's go. So I don't want to keep it to next month, don't mind. Because next month I realize I got 3 different topics to talk about it. So let's finish up today's lesson. Okay, let's go. Hao Xuan. Can you share screen and with everybody now? The longer you take, the longer we end so quickly. Are you ready, Hao Xuan, to do the presentation?
I wrote down I didn't write it down Google Docs, so like.
Oh, you wrote it down, huh? Yeah, then use Google Doc, lor. Okay, so can I, if you have no violent objection, Hao Xuan, can I have the ladies now? Jia Rong, are you all done? Can do the presentation now?
Present now.
Yes. No, present during Christmas. Yes, present now, please. Thank you.
Huh? We
You all
just
write down something.
we just search something
Mm-hmm.
and then we plan out like what we can do.
Oh, you haven't do it in the PowerPoint?
No.
Don't have? Okay, if that's the case, really, if you have done some research, right? Okay, Jia Rong, that means you know what to do. So can I leave the 4 of you to discuss offline? So next Wednesday, we don't want to take too much time. Don't mind. Do a good presentation. Because during your you know that time you and Tzu Ting, your presentation was shared with my Set 3 student. Okay, well done. Yes, very good. Don't Loling, please don't stop it. Don't feel shy and embarrassed. In fact, you should feel proud. Now, honestly, Loling, how many students in your school, how many classmates or schoolmates in your school has the chance to present their work to about 15 students from different schools, and half of them are from IP school? You should feel proud, no, Loling, seriously. And Tzu Ting, same. You should feel proud. And then you are 1 year junior. That means they are actually now Set 2, you are Set 1. I'm not talking about Set 1 now. You are Hazel. I'm not treating you as a Set 2 student now. So your work is going to show in the Set 3, and then later vice versa, the Set 3 work was shared with you. And your work will also be shared by this next month, the boot camp, my Set 1 boot camp, who is now just took their PSLE result. Okay? So Hazel, Luolin, Tzu Ting, and Jia Rong, you exchange your handphone number, whatever it is. Okay? You want to come out to meet, to do your own Zoom, I don't care. Or you want to do your PLD or Google Meet or Time Meet or what, right? Google Meet, right? To do it, please. Okay? Let's take it. Because this will help you, children, all of you listening, the guys also, this will help you to start out, to warm up, to warm up for your next year, your HI and GI. Because if I'm not mistaken, about 30 to 40% of your this group work will determine you to go to your Set 3. Correct or not? Xing Yuan, okay, so Hao Xuan, as a leader, please, can you now start talking to your team member now, as well as Jia Rong? Exchange your ideas. I don't want to be next week, only the girls are presenting or only the guys are presenting, or let's prepare, okay? Right, this is teamwork. So that's like 4 boys, 4 girls, okay? All right, no excuse. So Hao Xuan, if your team member, let's say, I don't say they are lazy or lack of motivation, no. If they forget, please not say chase them. Please send a reminder to them. So you all 分工合作. Okay, one person do this, one person do that. Okay, then you decide what kind of presentation. You want to use PowerPoint, you want to use this, okay? So through this presentation, I can tell you guys how well you can do. And because next year, and no. In fact, starting from next month onward, all the way will have this kind of lot of presentations. All right, to brush up your presentation skill. Okay now, guys, can or Hao Xuan? Thank you, Yi Bao. Thank you for your thumbs up. 新远可以吗？新远，中恩可以哦。Hazel, 子婷 Rolling can. Thank you very much. So I see the both of you tomorrow morning, Jiarong and Xingyuan. Okay, good night to you. Let me stop the